Hi, I'm Joanne and I am going to demonstrate for you the Japanese Inarizushi, or in Korean it's called yubu chobap. For those of you who don't know what Inarizushi is a seasoned cooked tofu packet that is opened up and filled with seasoned rice. So let's get started. Okay, so let's open this packet up. When you do that, this is what you get. You get the seasoning for your rice in this little envelope, and then this is the cooked seasoned tofu packets. So next, let me get my bowl. And I have already cooked 2 cups of seasoned rice. And I did put a piece of kelp in here to add umami to the rice. That is totally optional if you don't have kelp or kombu. And this recipe calls for 3 cups of cooked rice. So I cooked 4 cups, and it makes the equivalent of 4 cups of cooked rice. So I will get 3/4 of this in my bowl. There. Okay, now here's our rice seasoning packet, and this basically is the flavor of vinegar and sugar and a little salt. And so we sprinkle this on our hot rice, and the key for the flavor getting into the rice is you need to do this when your rice is hot or really, really warm. If you do this on cold rice, it's not going to penetrate the rice. So gently kind of cut in and stir this seasoning packet into your rice. And a little bit more. I want to get all that goodness in there. Oops. Okay. Now we will just keep stirring this. I don't know if you can see the steam, but the rice is hot. And before we can put these into our tofu packets, it's going to need to probably cool down for about 5 or 10 minutes. And so I think I'm at a point right here where I can just, there, I think that's mixed up really well. I'm just gonna put a towel over it, and I'm gonna put a towel over it and then let it cool down for about 10 minutes. Okay, we're back. It's been 10 minutes and our rice has cooled down quite a bit. And this rice is perfectly seasoned that we can just fill the packets, but to add a little more goodness to it, I'm going to add some seasoning to my rice. Now, I think if you're not familiar with, there's something called furikake, which is a seasoning for plain rice. And I have a couple of furikake bottles, and I have plain white sesame seeds. So to keep it simple, and for everyone who doesn't have furikake, I'm just going to sprinkle a good portion of white sesame seeds in here. They're toasted white sesame seeds. Or if you have black sesame seeds, use those. But it gives a little bit of a crunch and just a little more texture and interest to your rice. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm going to open up this packet of our Inarizushi wrappers. Okay, so this is the Japanese Inarizushi. Kind of looks like a little rectangle. And there's a cut side, there's a uncut side and a cut side. And I think it'd be pretty obvious when you get it that you can gently pull open the cut side. Now, I'll just caution you to be very gentle doing this. I have poked my finger through one of these, or many of these in the past, by going a little too fast. And so you see now you have a little pocket, okay? And so you're gonna take a little small lump of rice, like this, and start filling your pocket. There we go. Okay. Also, I want to show you the Korean yubu chobap. It's a little different. Well, kind of looks the same, but the shape of this is just a little different. It's smaller, and I really do like these for like an appetizer size. Same little tofu packet, and you can see there's a cut side and there's uncut sides, but these are triangles. And so then you gently start prying it open like this. Gently pull it open. And now there's a little pocket. And so on this little guy, you're gonna just need maybe a small little lump of rice, about like that. Oops. And squeeze it in there. And oh, we could use maybe just a tiny bit more rice there. Okay, now that I filled up my last Inarizushi packet, here they all are. And these are delicious just to eat as is, but we're gonna decorate these ones. Okay, so first, I really do like these sweet peas. And so this is frozen defrosted peas that you get at the grocery store. I love the sweetness, the freshness, and the pop of sweet. And so I like to have just a little bit of these in the corner. And you know what? If you're not a pea fan, you could have just some chopped green onions or chives for that pop of green color. Or, you know, if you like parsley, you can put parsley here too. Okay, so also that one's got, oh, this one only has a few. Okay, so now there's my green. And I have these really cute cutters. And so I have cut these little pieces of carrot in a flower shape. So I like to put those here on the other corner. And I got this new cutter for fall. It's a leaf. So on these, I'm gonna put the leaf on it. Oh, I guess I don't have, I'm gonna put a flower here. 3 leaves and 5 flowers. Okay, and then this is called Beni Shoga, which is a pickled ginger. And again, I love the pop color, it's red. Put a little bit of that right in here. And it has a tart, a salty tartness to it, and that really nice crisp ginger flavor that's so good. Not to mention how good ginger is for your health. Okay, so we're just about done with that. There we go. And let me dry my fingers a little bit. And this is dry nori or laver. And I've just took a pair of scissors and I cut them really thin. And I like to just sprinkle a few of those just right here on top. I do like the flavor of nori, and I think it makes it look even, oops, a little pretty festive here. Okay, there we go. And here's the last one. Okay, and my last touch is this. Here's my white sesame seed, and here's my black. And I like to go over the top of them and just put a last sprinkle of sesame seed. And like I said, if you had furikake, you could use that too. Okay, now here's my Inarizushis. They're all done. And I'm now gonna do my yubu chobaps. And so one of the things with yubu chobap is that you get this really cool kind of seasoning furikake mix with it. And so this is real easy. You just take this. Now, isn't that festive? Isn't that nice? And you just dip that rice, and the furikake just sticks right there. And, oh, there's a piece of nori. There we go. And so here is the finished product. Yubu chobap and Inarizushi. These are really great to take to a potluck. Take it for your lunch. If you have friends over and you just need some finger food, you can tell that these are really, you know, finger food, easy to pick up. And the nice thing about Inarizushi and yubu chobap is that if you make it earlier in the day, the rice is seasoned with vinegar, and so this can stay out at room temperature for a few hours, so the rice stays nice and soft and doesn't get hard. So it is something that you can leave out like on a buffet table. So there it is. And so thank you for tuning in and listening. And so if you want some questions, we'll go live. So thank you.